You start to make your way standing to the top of your mat. As we get settled at the beginning here of our practice, we'll begin with 3 rounds of our Surya Namaskar A, and then we'll do 2 of our Surya Namaskar B. So as we move together, you're totally welcome to take, if you're ready to jump right into the power move, go for it. If you want to ease on into it today, then follow along with me. Feet are hip distance apart. Feel the weight rocking back and forth. The arms release down by your sides. Steady breath in for the count of 4. And breathe out for 4. Good. 2 more just like that. Breathing in through your nose. Breathing out through your nose. 4. 1 more. In for 4. And as you breathe out, tuck the chin to the chest and roll on down to a fold. Bending into your knees. Grab hold of opposite elbows, sway from side to side. Let go of the weight of the head. Release your fingertips to the earth. Take 3 halfway lifts here. Take the full inhale to lift and lengthen the spine. And exhale to soften the knees and fold. 2 more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Bending deeply into your knees. Roll all the way up. And exhale, release the arms down by your sides. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. This is our second round. And exhale, fold into your hips. Come all the way down. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine, flat back. And exhale, take your hands to the mat and step back, lower your knees, tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the crown of the head and the tailbone. And exhale to tuck and round. Again, inhale, drop through into your sway back cow. And exhale to tuck and round. Take about 3 more rounds on your own, feeling free to invite any organic movement in. Free form. Moving in your spine, your shoulders, your hips. Tuck the toes, take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take 1 full breath in, let the heels sink down. And open the mouth, let it go. Begin to tiptoe your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Take the whole 4 count. And exhale, soften and fold. Bending into your knees, rise all the way up. Take the hands to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, release. Hands down by your sides. 1 more round of Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, take the hands up. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, lift and lengthen. The whole inhale takes you there. And as you exhale, plant the hands. Step your feet back and lower your chest halfway. Option to drop the knees here, Chaturanga. Inhale, come to the tops of the feet, open through the heart. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Let's take about 3 steady breaths here. Option to walk it out, option to stay in stillness. Take what you need here. Inhale, come really high onto your toes. Shift your gaze up toward your thumbs. Bend your knees and step or hop both feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Bending deeply into your knees, rise up. Take your inhale. And let's cactus the arms here. Exhale. Beautiful job. Let's move into our sunbeam. Inhale, sink the hips down, lift the arms up. Take the full exhale to the belly to thighs. Fold it in. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine, flat back. And exhale, stepping back, plank pose, and lower chaturanga or all the way down to the earth. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Pin your back heel down and rise up to warrior one. See if you can move really slow and controlled all the way up. Use your exhale to sweep the arms wide. Come on back down. Step back, plank pose. Hold here. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Right heel pins down and rise up. Full exhale, arms wide. Let the heart lead the way. Stepping back, plank pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take about 3 breaths here. Walk it out or find that peace and stillness here. Inhale, come high onto your toes. Bend your knees and step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back, lengthen out through the neck. Exhale, fold it in. Bend deeply into the knees, rise into your chair pose. Inhale. And exhale, Samasthiti. One more round. Inhale, reach the arms up. Pick up the pace just a little bit. Connect and tune into your heart as you fold in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga or belly to the earth with control. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior one. Use that whole breath in to rise. And the whole breath out to come down. Really beautiful job. Stepping back, plank pose. Option to take a little flow here or pause and move right into your downward facing dog. Taking it on your left side, left foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up. Nice and slow. Exhale, come down. Stepping on back. Either flow or skip it. Landing in your downward facing dog. Let's take 3 full intentional breaths here. Come high onto your toes, bend your knees and step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend deeply into the knees, rise up into your chair pose. Hold here for 3 breaths. So taking that moment to really sink into your heels. Interlace your fingers, and as you press the palms away from you, sink the hips back and lower the heart halfway. Lengthen the back of your neck. Reach out through the crown. Breathe fully. And release your hands to the earth. Option to take crow pose or heel toe the feet out wide for malasana, sinking your hips down, or lifting and launching your hips high. You choose where you need to be and take 3 intentional breaths to be right there. If your feet are floating and you're in your crow, challenge yourself to shoot them back, meeting yourself in Chaturanga. If you're in Malasana, take the hands to the earth and step on back, plank pose. We'll all move through Vinyasa, opening the heart. Landing in our downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg high, nice and slow. And exhale, shift it forward. Step that right foot between the hands. Rise on up, arms to the sky. Back heel stays lifted this time. Soften the shoulders away from your ears. If you need a little bit more release in your low back, bend into your back knee. Release your hands out wide. Take them together behind your hips. Open through the chest. Lift the heart. Maybe lift the gaze. Slow and steady here. Can you root down? Can you charge that back heel just a little bit forward? As you release your hands, inhale, rise up. Exhale, arrow as you sweep the hands back. Right hand comes to the earth. Float the left foot up and back into your standing half moon. Right hand might be on a block. Left hand might be on your hip. With intention, take your 2 breaths here. Use your next exhale to bend into your standing leg. Meet in a controlled warrior 2. Exhale, settle in. Straighten your front leg. Start to shift forward, finding your triangle pose. Right hand down, left hand high. Last inhale here. And exhale, round your left hand down. Both hands frame the front foot. Lift the back heel. And maybe you keep that heel lifted as you bow it in. Maybe you step it in and plant that heel down. Finding your pyramid pose, either variation, your choice. Inhale for length in the spine. And exhale, bow it in. Inhale, find length. Left hand stays where it is. Maybe it's on a block. Right hand opens up to the sky. Try to stack the shoulders here. Breathe in deeply. And out. Release your right hand to the earth. Plant the hands. Step the left foot back. And here we have an option. So you can keep your left hand planted and right arm reaches up to the sky for revolve side angle. You could also come to the outside of your left foot and with control, step the right foot back, finding a side plank. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release your gaze down to the earth. Both hands meet the earth, both feet step back. Flow it through. Downward facing dog. We have 10 breaths here. This is where we get to play with our Pinchamayurasana or dolphin pose. Come on down to the elbows. You choose whether you keep the feet down or start kicking them up. Taking your flow. Landing in your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. And exhale, step it through. Rising up, back heel stays lifted. Both hands to the sky. Settle in. Draw your left hip back, right hip forward. Take your hands back behind your hips. Open through the chest. Begin releasing your hands all the way up, and then we're going to shift it forward, finding your arrow. Left hand coming to the earth, maybe a block. Stacking the hips, finding your half moon here. Find just a little bit more control, a little bit more refinement, more length in your neck, more energy out through your toes. And then with control, bend into your standing leg, find warrior two. Exhale to settle in. Inhale, straighten your front leg. And exhale, reach, reach, reach. Find your Trikonasana. Right hand to the sky. See if you can find more length in your waist. So scoop your left hip underneath you. Gaze up toward your right thumb. And exhale, round it down. Right hand comes to the earth. Both hands frame your front foot. Square your hips. And either the back heel stays lifted or you step it in to plant it down. Finding your strong pyramid here, gorgeous. Breathing through the sensations present. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine, draw the belly in. And exhale, fold it in. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And as you bend into your front foot, step your right foot back. Right hand plants. Left hand up to the sky. Option to stay here. Or slowly, with control, step on back to your side plank. You choose. Nice control, Julie. Breathe in. Really press the earth away. Lift your hips just a tiny bit higher. Use your controlled lower to come on down. Take your flow. Downward facing dog. And elbows down. Another option for our Pinchamayurasana here, or dolphin. You can come into headstand if that's something that you like to do. Just bring the palms together, bring the crown of the head down. Or you can come all the way up on your forearms. Last couple of breaths here. Lower your hips. Lower your knees. Sweep your hands back by your feet and allow the forehead to rest on the earth. Shoulders slumping forward. Breathe in deeply into the back of the heart. And let it all go. Slide your hands toward the front of the mat. Spread the fingers wide. Commit your palms, all of your knuckles, all your fingertips. Slowly make your way to downward facing dog. Here's where the whoosh back is coming at you. So sometimes you can shorten your stance here and it'll help get you there. Another thing I learned from my teacher is down dog push-ups. So still drawing your chin to your chest, elbows bend out wide, shoulders away from the ears, and push. Taking a couple push-ups just like that. And then maybe you get yourself a little bit more strength to push all the way back. Drag your fingertips back. Feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, lift and lengthen as your peace fingers come to your big toe. And exhale, bow it in. It doesn't matter how bent your knees are here. Elbows bend out to the side, let the crown of the head hang heavy. Find the steady rhythm of your breath. In for 4. Out for 4. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Release the grip and come to slide your hands underneath your feet. Slide your fingers all the way back toward your heels and see if you can give your wrists a little bit of massage with your toes here. Inhale for a flat back. And exhale, elbows bend out wide, hips go high, head goes low. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out for 4. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale to release. Bend into your knees, hands to the earth. Another option for crow pose here. If crow pose is something that you might have aspirations for but don't quite have yet, keep your hands on the earth, keep your toes on the earth, but lift your heels. Bend your knees so that they come into the back of your triceps like you're hugging them into your armpits. And try to keep that connection of your triceps to your shins as you lift the hips and lower the hips. Lift the hips and lower the hips. So you'll notice as the weight comes forward, you put more pressure into your fingertips to help support you. Learning to build that strength is part of building into the upper body strength. Take just a couple more lifts and lowers. Next time your hips go high, lower your heels and rise all the way up to stand. Hands to the sky, breathe in. And exhale, hands to the heart. Here we have my teacher always called it twinkle toes. We're going to travel to the front of the mat. And there's always fun different ways to come to the front of the mat. Hands to your hips, come up onto your toes. Try to just keep the balance steady here. And the options as we walk to the front of the mat are with bent knee or straight knee. So just picking up your foot, step it forward, try to keep your heels lifted. And once you get going, you're not going actually this slow. Maybe your legs straight. Landing at the top of the mat, lower the heels, inhale, sweep the hands high, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up. And hug your right knee to your chest. Now keep energy in your right foot. Lift and lengthen out through the crown and see how tight, how close to your chest you can hug that knee without hunching forward. Check your balance. Right. Peace fingers come to your big toe, extend the heel out. Open it out to the side. Whee! And come on back in. Cross your right ankle over your right knee, sink the hips back. So that action that we did in chair pose, hips are sinking back, hips are lowering, hands can come together in front of your heart. They can come down onto blocks. You can fold over if you like. Breathe steady. And with control, come on back up. Lower the right foot down. Keep the hands back behind the hips, open through the chest, breathe in. And exhale, fold it over. Slowly release your hands, halfway lift, fold it in. Come all the way up, hands to the sky. Taking it on your left side, shift your weight into your right foot, hug your left knee in. And again, just think about leaning up and back. And then maybe you hug the knee in closer. Option to stay here or take your peace fingers to your big toe and extend the heel out. Open it up to the side. Somehow making noises helps me hold my balance. As you come on back in, cross that ankle over the right knee. Hips sink back. Take your options here, and you can take the fold. Another option, if you play on your hands, is to come into your flying pigeon here. So you'll stack and wrap that left foot around your right elbow or tricep. Lift the right foot off of the earth. Maybe you extend that foot. The leg can go long. And wherever you are, start to make your way back up. Left leg clamps. Sweep the hands up overhead. And as you exhale, step the right foot out. Hands out wide, feet become parallel. Drop your hands behind your hips, open through the chest. And exhale, fold on down. I'm just going to turn around so I can see you. Squeeze the muscles around your leg bones. Lift out longer through the crown of the head. You can release the hands to the earth if that would feel nice to you. You can also come into a headstand or any inversion here. Beautiful. Hug the heels closer to your hips. And then closer to each other. Yeah, so see how compressed you feel? If you could slide your knees up closer to your triceps. Oh yeah. Shoulders away from ears. Oh, so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Awesome job. Take the arms out wide, come all the way up to stand. Up overhead. Draw the heels in, toes out. And sink into goddess pose here. Knees and toes going in the same direction. Bring your hands down to your thighs. Option to take a little twist here. Beautiful. Now just for 5 breaths, try to lift your hands off of your legs, sink the hips lower, breathe steady, soften your shoulders. Last inhale. Exhale, sink just a little bit lower, and then inhale, reach high. Hands to your hips. Turn both feet toward the front of your mat. So coming back toward that pyramid. Hands are on your hips. Bow forward. Option to stay here, or you can slide your left leg back, coming into a full split. Steady with the breath. Gorgeous control. And to come up, try to land in that pyramid. So press into your hands, squeeze into the upper back. Definitely looks less graceful than going down. So there's sliding and stepping and sliding and stepping, and then rise up. Gently pivot to the other side. Hands to your hips and fold it down. Again, taking your options here. I'm going to stay in my pyramid on this side. Just because this hamstring, I know it will not really appreciate a full split today. Steady breath. And if you're sliding down, go on in. Take your time easing in. And then take your time easing out. We'll all walk the hands around to the front. Or not really to the front, to the long edge of your mat. And you guessed it, we're coming down towards our middle split. So slide the feet out or walk them out. Come down just to where you want to be, and then bring your forearms down. Really pressing into the outside edges of your feet, and then see if you can squeeze the feet toward each other, and then release maybe a little deeper. If you come all the way down, start to lower the hips to the earth and sit on up. Beautiful. So we're just gonna kind of zoom past our side stretch and those dreaded Mula Bandha checkups today. So go ahead and make sure you have your blocks near you so that you don't have to fumble for them in a moment. Arms out wide, sit up nice and tall. Cross the right arm underneath your left thigh, reach the left arm up and over. Breathe in. Breathe. Inhale up, arms wide. And left hand under, right arm up and over. Rise on up. Hands to your blocks. Here we are, Mula Bandha. So I'm gonna make my legs not as wide apart. Here we go. Gathering all our last bit of strength. It's this, and then we come onto the back. You got it. So just frame that right foot, and you can make your legs as close together as you want here. The closer together they are, maybe the easier, I'm not sure. So as you lean forward, feel this connection of your low belly scooping in and the thigh activating. Hug the elbows into your sides, shoulders into their sockets, and then 1, 2, 3, lift up. Maybe the heels stay down. Gorgeous. Yeah, even if the heels stay down. And let's switch it over. Yes. Yeah. So let those heels stay down as you find that connection here, lifting through the Mula Bandha. So we call these Mula Bandha checkups because they're all about the pelvic floor. Right on in. 1, 2, 3, and lift. Maybe the heels stay down. Maybe you practice lifting one and then the other. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you said you hate these. Let's give those hip flexors some love. I know there's a little cramp that comes in here. And then the fun here is that you choose if you want to take one last vinyasa flow or just sweep the feet on around, come on down to your back. Where do you need to be focusing your effort here? Focusing your effort and aligning with ease or pushing yourself to that edge. We all need both from time to time. Meet yourself on your back, hugging the knees to your chest. Bring the feet to the floor. And arms down by your sides. Take a bridge pose here. Tuck into the tailbone, squeeze and lift the hips. Dig down through the heels. You might stay right here. You might interlace the fingers behind your hips and lift up a little higher. Really check to make sure that your glutes are working here. Yeah, there you go. That big, big muscle. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come on down. Open the soles of the feet to the sky for happy baby. Maybe you grab your ankles, your calves, or your feet. Rocking side to side. And then hug your knees in, lift your shoulders off the mat. Give yourself a big hug. And expand your body. Arms come long by your sides. Feet spread long away from your center. Allow yourself to fully come into this moment of rest. Gently rock the head side to side and really feel the natural traction of your neck settling in here. When you find that you have every part of you, your hair, your clothes, your limbs, exactly as you want it, take a deep, full body breath in. Pause at the top, and then open the mouth, let everything go. Nothing left to do but rest and be. Begin to deepen your breath. Begin to send that breath down into your fingertips and your toes, wiggling, rolling through your wrists and your ankles. Begin to wake yourself up here. Perhaps stretching the arms up overhead or bending into the knees to rock them side to side. Call yourself in, and all the sweetness that you can curl up onto your favorite side. Pausing there for just a moment in gratitude and grace. Thank yourself for coming to the mat today, for staying curious, resourcing energy from all of your teachers and their teachers, your ancestors and guides, and then press yourself away from the floor, lifting up into a comfortable seat. Eyes can stay closed if that feels good to you. Gather your palms together in front of your heart and bow your chin to your chest. In that honor of all who came before us, we bow in deep gratitude. May the blessings of our practice continue to guide us into knowing ourselves more deeply, so that we may in turn stand up for the freedom and happiness so that all may be happy, healthy, and free from harm. Thanks so much for coming to practice today. Be well, be free, be happy. Om Shanti.